Samsung to start mass-producing the S26 Ultra this month, with the standard S26 and the S26 Plus scheduled to enter mass production sometime early next year. The South Korean publication, The Elec, is out with fresh information on the mass production cadence of the next S26 series. According to the rumor, Samsung will start mass-producing the S26 Ultra in December, with the base S26 and the S26 Plus expected to follow suit early next year. Typically, the Ultra variant commands approximately 50% share of the S-series overall sales mix in a given year. As such, it is only reasonable that Samsung should initiate the variant's mass production a little earlier to cater to its larger sales volume. Elsewhere, the story corroborates past insights, viz. the base S26's camera arrangement, postulating that the model would arrive with last year's camera modules. Samsung has planned to update the base S26's camera configuration this year. However, amid a widespread inflation in the cost of components, the South Korean behemoth has decided against upgrading the base Galaxy S26's cameras in order to maintain price parity with the base iPhone 17, which debuted back in September without any year-over-year price hike, despite sporting an all-new LTPO display and a bumped-up base storage. As such, the base Galaxy S26 model is currently likely to sport the following camera setup. 1. A 50-megapixels wide-angle camera lens. 2. A 12-megapixels ultra-wide camera lens. 3. A 10-megapixels telephoto camera lens. Of course, Samsung has previously designed the location of the components within the basic S26 with an eye towards updating the camera modules. Now that the base variation is retaining the camera modules of the Galaxy S25, various alterations in the design and placement of the variant's internal components would be necessary. We've already covered that Samsung is playing it safe in the camera department with the S26 series, with nary a change in the offing for the S26 Ultra, which is slated to sport almost the same configuration as the S25 Ultras. 1. A 12-megapixels ISOCELL 3LDS 5K 3LD 3X telephoto, perhaps with a lower 1/3.94-inch aperture. 2. A single 200 megapixels ISOCELL HP2 main camera, perhaps with a larger aperture. 3. A 50 megapixels ISOCELL JN3 or Sony IM-X564 ultra-wide camera. 4. A 50 megapixels IMX854 5x periscope camera, perhaps with a larger aperture. 5. A 12 megapixels IMX874 selfie camera. On a final point, the Galaxy S26 series is slated to debut with built-in magnets, which should help bump up the series' wireless charging speeds. This invention is also expected to release an entire plethora of magnetic accessories for the next smartphones. Next, the Galaxy S26 leak delivers bad battery news for Samsung buyers. As other firms deliver phones with huge batteries using revolutionary silicon-carbon technology, a recent leak claims Samsung will continue with a familiar battery size for the next S26. But it doesn't mean the Korean manufacturer won't offer a big battery phone next year. Reliable leaker Ice Universe shared the full leaked specifications of the new Samsung S26 earlier this week. These are by far the most thorough details we've seen of the S26 series so far, and they offer some interesting tidbits. The most eye-catching thing is that the S26 Ultra will sport a 5000 mAh battery, just like the S25 Ultra. If accurate, that implies Samsung's next flagship phone likely won't be powered by a denser silicon-carbon battery, and we won't see a major boost in battery life for the Korean company's 2026 flagship. It's the same thing with the S26 Plus, which will utilize the same 4900 mAh power pack as the S25 Plus. However, the standard S26 will gain a minor 300 mAh bump in its battery, up to 4300 mAh. No silicon-carbon battery in the S26. Maybe not yet. The Korean tabloid The Financial News stated in February that Samsung was investigating adding silicon batteries into its next smartphone. These leaks suggest otherwise. But Samsung's next smartphone doesn't necessarily only mean the initial S26 smartphones that will be launched in January. There are the foldable devices in the summer, alongside the S26 FE debut in fall, in addition to other mid-range launches throughout the year. I wouldn't be shocked if the May release spot intended for the S26 Edge, which could be cancelled owing to low sales, will be repurposed for S26 silicon-carbon battery-powered phone. Launched on May 13th, the Galaxy S25 Edge employed a new mounting method and camera redesign to make the phone smaller, which we have seen redeployed in the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and possibly the forthcoming Galaxy Trifold. Before that, Samsung produced a one-off Note Edge in 2014 on a separate date from the then flagship Galaxy S5, using revolutionary curved glass technology, which finally made its way to the main Galaxy S series a year later. Samsung's propensity for producing one-off gadgets with innovative technology, separate from its usual phones, would be a suitable vehicle for a phone powered by a silicon-carbon battery. The risk that comes with these batteries, swelling and reduced lifespan, won't be inscribed into the Galaxy S26's Wikipedia page, while providing a useful testing ground for assessing user interest. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting tech news and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.